Avoid the rat race. People's lives are controlled by two emotions, greed and fear. The fear of not having money motivates us to work hard. Once we get that paycheck, greed starts us thinking about all the things money can buy. The pattern is then set. Go to work, pay bills, go to work, pay bills. Emotional thinking, desire, greed are often short-lived. It's normal to have desires, but that never lasts. Working for your desires is short-term happiness. You'll soon need more money for more joy, more pleasure, more comfort, and more security. You must be an observer of your emotions and not a reactor. Most of the time, when your emotions do your thinking, the decisions that come after are never good ones. You have to learn to observe your emotions rather than to react to them right away. In life, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. Earning is the easy part. Keeping it is the hard part. Being financially illiterate will cause you to lose everything you work so hard to make. If you want to be rich, then you have to be financially literate. This is one of the most important things you will ever learn. You have to study. You must learn about money. Accounting is one of the most important things you will ever learn. If you want to be rich long term, become rich, and stay rich, accounting is vital. You must know and understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money into your pocket and liabilities take money out of your pocket. This is what defines the whole concept of being rich or becoming rich. Rich people acquire assets. Poor and middle class people acquire liabilities that they think are assets. To understand the way assets and liabilities work, you must understand the cash flow pattern of an asset, income statement, and balance sheet. An income statement consists of two things, income and expenses. Income is money in and expenses is money out or money you're spending. A balance sheet is very similar to an income statement, but this one balances your assets against your liabilities. Don't confuse expenses with liabilities. A rich person's income statement has way more income and assets overflowing their expenses and liabilities. They earn more than they spend. It is the cash flow that tells the story of how a person bundles their money. Many people believe that if they had more money, then their financial struggle will disappear, but that is not the case. If your pattern is to spend everything you get, most likely an increase in cash will just result in an increase in spending. What most people lack from their education is not how to make money, but how to manage it. Everyone knows how to make money. Most people find that solution by getting a job. Managing is a whole different thing. It's called financial aptitude. It's what you do with your money once you make it, knowing how to keep it, knowing how to keep people from taking it, and so on. Normally, when it comes to the poor and middle class, the more you make, the more you will spend. The more you make at your job, the more you will pay in taxes. The more you spend on a bigger house, in a car, credit cards, the more your liabilities will overflow your assets. You're then trapped in the rat race again. Higher income causes higher taxes, also called bracket creep. This is when a person starts making a lot more money that they have to start paying even more taxes than before. You'll move into a higher tax bracket as taxable income increases. Too often, poor people allow the power of money control them. They get up early in the morning to go to work hard, but fail to ask themselves if what they do every day makes sense. They'd rather shoot themselves in the foot every day and get to work than to understand the way money works and get out of the trap of money controlling them. An intelligent person hires people who are more intelligent than they are. A business will only grow as much as the most intelligent person there. When you hire people that are dumber than you, your business will only reach the potential of your knowledge and will plateau. To hire people more intelligent than he is means that your business will grow to the potential of and knowledge of several individuals, not just one. A personal financial statement is something everyone has, but something that everyone has differently. In layman's terms, a personal financial statement is a record of your financial position. Basically, it's how much money or net worth you're making in cash after you calculate your assets and liabilities. If your liabilities are greater than your assets after all your calculations, your balance sheet is not balanced. Your liabilities overflow your assets. Your expenses are greater than your income, meaning that your personal financial statement is shit. This means you have a negative net worth. The reason the rich get richer is because their personal financial statement generates more than enough income to cover expenses, with the rest being reinvested into the asset column. This makes your asset column grow, which results in the rich getting richer. The poor and middle class finds itself in a loop of financial struggle. Their primary source of income is their salary. Their pay increases, but so do their taxes. Their expenses tend to increase to regulate how much more money they make. They're stuck in the rat race. Their pay goes up, their expenses goes up, and their liabilities goes up, but their assets stay the same. The most important rule is that you have to understand the difference between assets and liabilities in order to start your path to becoming rich. Poor and middle class people think taking risks are bad. They don't put $5,000 into more speculative investments because of fear, the fear of losing it all. The phrase too risky does not exist for rich people who are financially literate and know what to do. Remember that you work for 3 levels. 1, you work for the company. 2, you work for the government. 3, you work for the bank. The problem with working harder is that these 3 levels take more and more of your share the more you make. You must focus on your efforts on acquiring assets instead of a bigger paycheck. Start minding your own business. Start buying real assets while keeping your daytime job. This will increase your asset column while you have a steady or reliable source of income. You can do this while your assets are earning you more money than your job. So what are assets? Assets are businesses that do not require your presence. You own them, but they are ran by other people. If you have to work there, it's not a business, it's a job. What are some examples of assets? Income generating real estate, stocks, bonds, notes, royalties from intellectual property such as music, scripts, and patents. Anything that has value, produces income, or appreciates and has a ready market. The better you are at understanding the accounting and cash management, the better you will be at analyzing investments and eventually building your business. Financially literate in all forms will help you start and keep your business. The money you put into your asset column should never come out until you make a profit. Once a dollar goes in, never let it come out. Once a dollar goes into your asset column, it becomes your employee. True capitalists use their financial knowledge to find an escape. The rich always find a way out of a bad situation. The rich don't think based on emotions. They observe the situation and find ways to fix it. That's why the poor middle class complain a lot or blame other people for their financial struggle. The tax code of the United States allows other ways to reduce taxes. These strategies are available to everybody, but it's always the rich who find them. Learning the law will help your business succeed greatly. You must be smart and not necessarily fight with the government, but play the game smarter. Most people are afraid of the government, which can put their business at risk. The government makes mistakes as well. You must play the game smarter. You must do things thoroughly through corporations, the biggest secret of the rich. Without this financial knowledge or financial IQ, your path to becoming rich will be much tougher. Financial IQ is knowing the knowledge from 4 broad areas. Number 1 is accounting. Accounting is the financial literacy or the ability to read numbers. This is an important skill if you want to build an empire. The more money you are responsible for, the more accuracy is required or everything crumbles. Learning and understanding accounting will help you identify the strengths and weaknesses of a business. Number 2 is investing. Investing is the service of money making money. This involves strategies and formulas that use the creative side of your brain. Number 3 is understanding markets. Understanding markets is the science of supply and demand. You need to know the technical aspects of the market, which are emotionally driven in addition to fundamental or economic aspects of an investment. Does an investment make sense or does it not make sense based on current market conditions? Number 4 is the law. A corporation wrapped around the technical skills of accounting, investing, and markets can contribute to an explosive growth. A person who understands tax advantages and protections provided by the corporation can get rich so much faster than someone who is an employee or a small business sole proprietor. It's like the difference between someone walking and someone flying. The difference is profound when it comes to long-term wealth. Tax advantages. A corporation can do many things that an employee can't, like pay expenses before paying taxes. That is a whole area of expertise that is very exciting. Employees earn and get taxed, and they try to live on what is left. A corporation earns, spends everything it can, and is taxed on anything that is left. It's one of the biggest legal tax loopholes that the rich use. They're easy to set up and are not expensive if you own investments that are producing good cash flow. For example, by owning your own corporation, your vacations can be board meetings in Hawaii. Car payments, insurance, repairs, and health club memberships are company expenses. Most restaurants' meals are pastoral expenses, on and on, but it's done legally with pre-tax dollars.